Hi guys, this is Vitaly with AFT Dispatch and A2C Logistics, and in today's video, I'd like to speak with you about what's going on in the markets today and how you can pivot into 2024. But first, roll the intro. Welcome back. Before we get started, I'd like to ask you to please like the video, be sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single release of our videos, where every Friday we're talking about something that could benefit you in your trucking businesses, in your trucking careers, as well as cover the loads we've successfully booked for our customers, consisting of leased owner operators and carriers operating under their own MC authorities, running under our truck dispatch services. As always guys, big thank you for all the likes you provided in all the previous videos. Please do keep them coming, and let's talk about what's going on in the markets today. We find ourselves in a fourth quarter of 2023, looking for positive news and how to pivot into 2024 and make it a better year. Completely understandable. And in today's video, it's probably going to be a bit longer, this section of it. You guys did a fantastic job last week. And I think this is information that you should know, especially if you're in trucking for the long haul. Market indicators, good, bad, make up your own mind, take it in with a grain of salt, and keep in mind that with today's economic instability and all the craziness in terms of geopolitics in the world, anything and everything could change in a blink of an eye. So all of this could be meaningless, but let's stay positive and let's look at what we got going on as far as different market indicators and what they're telling us, about the last quarter and into next year. Guys, first of all, transportation capacity is actually, the growth has slowed down quite a bit in October. In fact, it's been the slowest growth in capacity since March of 2022. We will take it. That's fantastic. What that means is that the pool of trucks that's currently available, at least is not getting as many trucks being added into it. The last time we had numbers like this goes back to March of 2022. Fantastic. It gets better because capacity utilization is actually improved. 7.2 points up from September. Again, fantastic news. That means that the number of trucks that are currently available in that very pool is being utilized in a much more efficient manner. And that's a very positive, good indicator. We'll take it. Now, the bad news is that contract market prices have declined for the last 16 months. Well, I guess it depends who you ask, right? Those of us in a spot market, they're like 16 months. We wish it's been going on longer than that. But remember, the reason we're looking at contract freight markets is because they are a very strong indicator of what actually happens in the spot market. And during bad market conditions, they generally run very much in parallel with each other. And so you have to really pay attention to the different market changes in the contract market. Now, for some good news, no matter with everything that was just said, they still ended up actually registering higher rates versus September. So that is some good news. Yeah, things are bad, but they're less bad than they were in September. And some more news says that, or some good news, that retailers actually reported transportation rate growth. So that's fantastic. That's great. The only problem is that I don't see that in the rates that that carriers and owner operators are able to get from the market, because trucking industry continues to decline despite this growing economy that we're being told left and right. Everything's beautiful, everything's great. But what we're seeing is that the FDIC is taking over banks with heavy commercial trucking exposure. We just had one fail recently. We have other companies going left and right. We have brokers that are shutting down left and right. We have platforms like Convoy. We have just recently Yellow. We also have like WeWork, not a trucking company, but still a $40 billion valuation. Are we kidding? Here one day, gone the next, bankruptcy, all kinds of issues. Those are not indicators of a good, strong economy. Not, at least certainly not for me. And while analysts and journalists are singing kumbaya, if you will, we'd like to look at the information, the way that it's looking. And the question I have is, these early Black Friday sales, are these the peak, quote unquote, of the peak season? Because again, just like I mentioned in last week's video, I'll leave a card in the corner. Guys, I'm not seeing this peak. I'm not seeing it pan out. Now, maybe I'm calling a little too early, because generally peak is going to be your November and December. And that will actually tell us what happens in January 2024. We have to have some really strong numbers. And we're actually going to get into vans, reefers, and flatbeds shortly in this video. So you're going to be able to see, for your equipment type, what's going to be kind of happening. Now, the average market freight rates have been down across the board in October, so not good news. And I would say expect a temporary improvement in flatbed. which is kind of strange considering that flatbed generally the hot market time is going to be your spring and summer. But you know, we're living in an upside down world, you know, folks. So it is strange, but expect an improvement in flatbed. You'll also see that in the second portion of this video. Reefers will increase thanks to Thanksgiving and thanks to turk ducking. And I mean it because it's going to be your turkeys, your chickens, your ducks, your geese, whatever, all the poultry that's out there. That's going to be moving a lot of frozen loads, guys. So that's going to improve. Unfortunately, dry vans are actually crashing, and the reason for that is very, very simple. It's high capacity, low volume, and low rates. That's the problem. But dry vans are going to be what you're going to have to watch very, very closely as an indicator of what's actually to come towards the end of the year and into next year, because they are an indicator for 2024. Look for reductions in capacity and increases in volumes. You can follow that in the, LMI sonar can show you the, freight waves reports on this information. It's out there. You can get it every single month. You can look for even daily updates if you'd like. And if you really want to get really into the numbers. So look for those reductions in capacity, increases in volumes, increases in rates are going to be pretty straightforward there. Reevaluate your expenses. So do some cost control because you're going to need to do it. We're getting into winter and I'm just not seeing it warm up here as far as rates are concerned. And I would say work with dispatchers who've booked more loads than you. If there's one indicator, make sure that you work with a dispatcher that actually knows the market, that's been through ups and downs, been through previous bad markets, has some connections, knows how to talk to people. In any case, guys, would love to hear your comments in the comment section below. This is, I think, a very interesting and very important topic. Please make sure to smash the like button on this one, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I'm going to switch over to camera, going to look over the loads we booked for our customers, and I'll see you guys in just a moment. Welcome back. Let's take a look at some of these loads. This week we got vans, reefers, and a flatbed. Everyone did quite well. There are definitely some rate declines. The guys did still an excellent job. As mentioned, we did see some increases in flatbed work, and we're still holding on vans. And I double checked. The guys are saying there's definitely a decrease in vans. In fact, one of our guys here that I'll mention in this list actually recently switched from a van to a reefer, and he's seeing some success there as well. There's definitely too much capacity with dry vans. Let's go ahead and start off with, this is going to be a dry van. Manuel's the driver on this one. Fremont, Nebraska, going with one pick, two dropper to Rupert, Idaho, and Burley, Idaho. A longer run there, 44,000 pounds of animal feed, 1,074 miles booked at $2,800, got him $261 a mile. The guys pulled him out of Buell, Idaho, going to Sparta, Wisconsin. It's a 42,000 pound load of dry goods, 1,487 miles, very impressive. Booked at $3,700, got him $249 a mile out of Idaho. Went in for great money, came out for great money, and it continued with La Crosse, Wisconsin, going to Indianapolis, Indiana. That's a beer load, 44,000 pounds coming out of Wisconsin beer, 465 miles booked at $1,100, got him $237 a mile. Excellent job. That was it. Manuel ran for 7 days, Friday to Friday, grossed $7,600 in his regular dry van, ran 3,026 loaded miles, and did that at an average of $251 per loaded mile average. Excellent job. That's the difference between good and bad dispatching, and of course, an excellent driver. Way to go, Manuel. Way to go. Gonna switch over to, let's take a look. Patrick running a flatbed coming out of Kaiser, West Virginia, going to Ottawa, Kansas. This is an 18,000 pound light load of packaging material, flatbed, 979 miles, booked at $1,600, got him $163, coming out of West Virginia. I would take it as well. Then Story City, Iowa, going to Mills, Wyoming, longer run, 34,000 pound load of ring gears and some sort of stack of Planet gears. So I don't know what that is, but some sort of gears, 726 miles booked at $3,300, got him $455 a mile. Certainly was worth it to take that cheaper load out of West Virginia. Then Rapid City, South Dakota, going to Williston, North Dakota. It's a 35,000 pound load of wire, copper, and all sorts of insulated wiring, things like that. 329 miles booked at $1,200, got him $365 a mile. So excellent job. Patrick did a fantastic job, and the freight was all light. Remember, this is a flatbed. Ran for a week, grossed $6,100, got a fantastic rate of $3 a mile, even on his 2,034 loaded miles. Excellent job, Patrick. Next we got, looks like Milagres with his reefer, coming out of Warren, Michigan, going to Waterloo, Iowa, with a 6,500 pound load, very lightweight, 20 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, protect from freeze, basically, liquid cleaning product. This is 575 miles booked for 1,085. Got him a $1.89 coming out of Warren, Michigan. Took a load out of Luana, Iowa, because they went to Waterloo. Then coming out of Luana, Iowa, going to Hiram, Ohio with a 37,000 pound load of cheese, 33 to 39 degrees on a reefer. 643 miles booked at $2,000. Got him $3.11 a mile. Good amount of miles. Then Akron, Ohio, going to, looks like DeLand, Florida. It's a 37,000 pound load, 21 pallets. 0 degrees continuous, load of cranberry concentrate and beverages, things like that. 970 miles booked at $2,535. Got them $261 a mile. And then finished off with really, really strong, I would say, DeLand, Florida, 0 deadhead, as well as a pick in Armand Beach, Florida, and it took the load to Douglas, Georgia. Now it's a 42,000 pound load of fresh food running 20 degrees on a reefer. It's only 203 miles, but they booked it at $800. Easy money, $394 a loaded mile on that one. Finished off the week, 7 days on the road, $6,420 booked, ran 2,391 loaded miles, got an average of $269 per loaded mile average. Milagres, well done. Next, we got a dry van coming out of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, going to Alliance, Nebraska. It's a 44,000 pound load of wire harnesses, 1,029 miles booked at $2,600. Got them $253 a mile. Then Alliance, Nebraska, 0 deadhead, going to New Era, Michigan. It's a 45,000 pound load of chickpeas, 1,047 miles booked at $1,700. Got them $1.62 a mile on that one. Got them out of that area. Then Stanwood, Michigan to Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's a one pick, one drop, 45,000 pounds of dry goods, 430 miles booked at $1,200. Got them $279 a mile, so that was good. Then Green Bay, Wisconsin, 0 deadhead to Neely's, Missouri. It's a 20,000 pound light load of FAK, 593 miles. Booked at $1,550, got him $261 a mile, finish off the week. Sam, fantastic job, my friend. $7,050 in gross, regular dry van, way to hustle, 3,099 loaded miles. Got that an average of $227 per loaded mile average. Way to go. Next, we got ourselves a reefer coming out of, in fact, this is the reefer that switched from a dry van. And take a look at this. Coming out of Portland, Oregon, going to Denton, Texas. One pick, one drop, light load, 28,000 pounds of frozen food, running -10 on a reefer, 1,979 loaded miles, a very long run, $4,500 booked, got him $227 a mile. And then on the way back out of Carrollton, Texas, took a load to Woolwich Township in New Jersey, another light load, 30,000 pounds of frozen food, -10, same thing, 1,467 loaded miles, coming out of Texas for $2,801.25. Got him $1.91 on that one. But here's the best part. Ran for a week, grossed $7,301.25, ended up running 3,446 loaded miles, very impressive, and got that done at an average rate of 212 per loaded mile average. Excellent job. So that was actually Dan, reefer, just 2 runs. Very similar, very light loads. You know, it's really difficult to get those coast to coast longer runs at a good rate. The guys managed to do it. So way to go, Dan. Way to go. Next, we got ourselves a dry van. This is an interesting one. Coming out of Huntingburg, Indiana, going to Kalispell, Montana. Light load, 17,000 pounds of furniture. Now, stay with me. 1,910 miles loaded, booked at $4,300. Got them $225. And light load, 17,000 pounds on 1,900 miles. Fantastic. Then Kootenai, Idaho, going to Santa Fe, New Mexico. It's a 45,000 pound load of dry goods. 1,330 loaded miles, booked that one at $2,850, which is $214 a mile. And you got to play the averages game, right? A week on the road, $7,150 in gross. Fantastic. Ran 3,240 loaded miles and did that an average of $221 per loaded mile. Excellent job, you know? So you can come out of good markets, bad markets, even a little bit of deadhead, and you can get it taken care of. So that was actually Brian. Way to go. This guy is a champ. Next, we got ourselves a dry van coming out of Elgin, Oregon, going to Riverside, California. Get the week started. 44,000 pound load of dry goods, 969 miles, booked at $1,700. Got him $1.75 on that one. And then out of San Diego, California, and then 2 picks in Fontana, and I think a pick in Chino, California is going to be, where are we at here? Yeah, 4 picks in total. A drop in Beresford, South Dakota, 30,000 pound load of mattresses, very light, 1,700 miles in total, 4,700 miles. or 1,700 miles loaded, but in total, all the picks and all the drops and everything, $4,700 book got him $276 a mile. So another good one. This is Thomas, Monday to Monday, 7 days on the road, $6,400. Got that at 240 a mile average rate in a regular dry van. Way to go. 2,669 loaded miles. Way to go, Thomas. Welcome back. Guys, as you can see, rates are still there, miles are still there, gross amounts are still there. And the reason for it is because our guys know what they're doing. Like I said at the last portion of the video, make sure that you're working with someone who actually knows what they're doing, that they've booked more freight with you, that they have some connections, they've been through ups and downs of different markets. Maybe they got some pointers for you. They can move you around different parts of the country, different parts of the markets before the other guys wake up. You know what I mean? It's all about knowledge. It's all about seeing the signs. It's all about having certain connections. You know, get 20 cents more here, 30 cents here, save a little bit of money, cost control. And again, if you're not the best in sales, if you're not the best in negotiating rates, if you're not the best at reading charts or looking at what's actually warming up, what's cooling down, where should I move, what piece of equipment is going to work best, then maybe get that to somebody else. Maybe someone else that can do that. Besides that, dispatch isn't just dispatch. We handle your paperwork, your insurance certificates. We handle your billing and invoicing in-house. We work with your factoring company. We run credit checks. You get paid all the money up front. And we also work with leased on owner operators who also run with the same dispatchers. You simply cannot lose. You want more information, get in touch with us. Call or text us 801-448-6363 or go to our website at aftdispatch.com. Click on, whether you're a carrier owner operator, fill in your information. We'll send you all the information you need. We'll give you a call. We'll answer all your questions. But most importantly, guys, stay healthy, be wealthy. Take care.